they're actually approaching. So they, of course, will be buying up in this second round. They're going to have Tech 9s and a P250 on towards Happy. Once again, though, we normally see Kenny S joining in with the force players. A lot of teams will opt to have their AWP and not actually fully invest in this. So regardless of what happens, they do have an AWP going for that first gun round. But they're going all in. They're going to have a smoke grenade, a couple of flashbangs, and a HE on towards Happy. Just judging by their initial setup right now, not giving too much away. You can see Crims is watching that smoke towards middle with his MP7. It's actually going to be 3 SMGs total for FNATIC here. So if somehow EnVyUs can find the first pick towards middle perhaps and get some control of the A bomb side here, the retake with the SMGs is a difficult task.
Certainly very tough. Now flusha showed his proficiency with that UMP during the Pro League, favouring that for quite some time. Whether or not he can get away with that in this matchup, definitely yet to be seen. But a slow round coming out from EnVyUs here, certainly taking their time, clearing things as they go. And it looks like we're going to see the classic Happy toward Envy and the other 3 players scouting things out over towards A. But bomb still placed statically, not moving as of yet. JW, flusha and Dennis will be the ones receiving if Envy do make that play toward B.
So they were just dissecting the long A area, then they're seeing whether there was any presence there from the CVs whatsoever. They haven't found anything, so you're going to be readjusting back towards the B bomb. So you can see MPK still has a smoke here, so you assume he's to be dropping that on the upper platform. There we go, that comes in, and then this grenade could hurt a lot though as JW chucks that in.
Brilliant timing on it. There it is. Keo and MBK take the brunt of the matter, but 26 seconds. This is going to be down to the wire. It's going to be a fast, hard hit coming out from
FNATIC know it's coming in. You can see they've got a backstabbing player, so they're more than aware of this situation.
The timing comes down to everything now, but there we are. JW and flusha start things off well, and Dennis is the one to close in on Keo, but now down to just Happy, who's made it into a great spot here, but whether or not he can do anything with this now is yet to be seen, as that P250 can achieve nothing, only dropping Dennis that round, and FNATIC keep a solid start into their CT side. 2 rounds back-to-back now. Envy not being able to do too much with their classic force-ups.
Yeah, didn't really bring anything to the table there. They waited for so long. They got some information towards long A, but completely left in. It was such a slow rotation. The Crims coming in the back there. This gave the call-off to his teammates. You know what? There's almost definite B-side here. There's 20 seconds remaining. There's nothing towards the top of the middle. And everyone's stacked there, and they didn't really have much to work with. They threw 1 smoke on the upper platform, and this got mowed down as they made their entrance to the site. So we go into round number 3 here. EnVyUs, not really many options. There's PD50s and Glocks, and no utility whatsoever, so you can assume this round is going only in one direction. It's going to be Crims who's going to be having the first confrontation here, it seems. Towards long actually, EnVyUs deciding to drop off there as we have the shot being right up through the smoke and upper platform.
JW doing wonderful early work with those nades. Not going to surmount to anything just yet, but Keo's again taking the brunt of this, which is going to be surely a nuisance. But as said, Envy running with very little into this round. The P250s aren't going to be able to match too much of those UMPs and SMGs, I guess, across the board right now, as Dennis now joins in on the fun, and this is an absolute slaughter. Barring Keo at least finding one, but JW's just lining him up and knocking him down until Kenny finally breaks in, but by now it should be a done and dusted round as flusha will close down. And that is 3 back-to-back here for FNATIC.
Well, Kenny S picking up that kill towards the end actually gives him enough to buy an AWP. So that's actually, you might even feel that that kill would actually have that much impact, but the fact it gives him that extra $300 where he can get into this round is actually huge. So let's see where he decides to go. He's going to be full glass cannon, and this could be a massive play coming in. FNATIC with 3 clean rounds there. They're going to be keeping 1 SMG on Crims, which is fine. He's going to be going towards long A. Lots of close, little tight angles for him to hold there. It's going to come down to Kenny S here. Wherever he can open up the map for EnVyUs. You can see their buy isn't fantastic. They haven't got any Molotovs, just 3 smokes remaining, so they'll be playing a very pick-based mentality here. You can see he's looking towards middle. JW has the AWP as well, but he's just on towards that B platform. He's going to set up right now with the boost. He'll be kind of scouting this area. You know he likes a face here. We'll see what he brings to the table. But so far, so good for both teams. No one really committing to any sort of situation. You see Crims with quite an aggressive angle towards long A, and Apex is about to challenge him.
Yeah, this could be a big start here. Crims gets this. That's a bit of a nail in the coffin for Envy's confidence into that round. Apex losing out in that, but still, MBK's pretty close. Kenny's still expecting maybe a push out on that, but nothing going to come from it. Bear in mind, Olaf as well got pretty tagged up at this point. MBK's going to try and make something out of it. Crims, again, stepping up. Beautiful work from this man on toward long. Now Kenny left to try and work that through on his own. The other 2 players trying to make something happen towards B, but they already noted that JW had pushed up there. Keo falls, and we're down to 2 here for Envy, and it's not looking like a good start.
Yeah, that first pick with the MP7 from Crims has meant everything there for FNATIC. EnVyUs, much slower paced gameplay than I'm used to seeing from them. Normally they'll commit heavily to the B side of the map and make frags happen. They're kind of relying on Kenny S to make a pick work for them on Cobble here, but was given absolutely nothing to work with as Apex went towards long A to try and open up part of the map up. As JW continuing to add pressure here as he takes down the AWP player of Kenny S. Happy now just remaining And he's against 5 Swedes here. I don't really feel like his days are numbered. He's going to be trying to do what he can with his top flash. Should be able to take one down, but Flush is going to be answering back straight away and recover the AWP as well. So FNATIC presumably will be going up 5-0 here. You can see the money's not fantastic whatsoever for EnVyUs. Like I said before, not scared of a force buy, but it's been their downfall in the past. Let's see how they decide to go with this one. Looking like they will be buying up into it, but it's not a complete force buy. They're keeping their money about the 1,400 mark, 1,500 in some cases. So it just means there'll be a maximum loss bonus after this round launch. So they will have AKs and everything next round. So it's not a horrible investment at all. Like it's one of those things we talk about a lot with EnVyUs and their confidence in themselves with the pistols.
You can see the adjustment instantly from FNATIC. The double nades being put down. That's going to do a good bit of work early on. But Dennis already going to be watching the push out. JW's holding close flushes there. And it's been read like an absolute book, page to page. And FNATIC have had it easily in that one. Envy not making a single piece of impact at all. And I think this is a curious start here. 5-0 instantly up for FNATIC. And Envy coming in with a very slow approach that I'm not used to.
It's been quite stale, to be honest. They haven't really been committing to it. Like, in terms of like scouting at long A, they go and check the initial quarters of it. They're not pushing the CTs right back to the bomb side. They're actually allowing them to have quite a lot of freedom there. But let's see what they bring. Here we go. This is more what we're thinking of. Like, EnVyUs obviously love this B bomb site. They love like splitting through connector and making things interesting. They're going to be fully committing towards the B side now. No one towards middle, so you'd assume they're going to be acting pretty fast here. JW is boosted up in the tree this time, so changing his position up. And Flusher holding strong in the drop-down zone with the UMP as well. First bit of confrontation coming in, and he gets on top of it as well. JW answering back. MBK does find a kill onto Dennis, but it's still about Flusher with his UMP. Gets a second as well. Phenomenal work from him.
I don't know how the hell he's done that, and still JW stands waiting tall, but at the moment it's just Kenny S left standing. As you said, Flusher did the dirty work, and there we go. Kenny suddenly springs to life. Oh, Kenny! What a shot towards Graves, but he can't get Olaf.
Wow, exciting AK-47 work there from Kenny. Uncharacteristic perhaps in getting those kind of quick and fast headshots there, but it all came down to that man Flusher with the UMP that's farming cash right now. He's currently sat at almost $10,000 and somehow going up against 2 AK-47s and drop down comes out on top. Here's the replay of JW's shot on the screen right now, but there's Kenny almost stepped up massively here. Nice little replay coming in. We'll see exactly how that went down. This shot was pretty sick, that one there. And if he'd have won the round there, it would have been phenomenal. Unfortunately, Olofmeister, of course, steps up. And now we can see an interesting setup coming in from FNATIC. Keeping the UMP, and they've got an auto sniper. Pretty unorthodox stuff, but that's just FNATIC all over. They just want to, when they get in the zone, they're more than happy to bring some interesting approaches to the maps.
See, when I saw Flusher using that UMP before, I thought he was just kind of doing it for the sake of doing it.
Well, the thing is,
but it actually works and drops really efficiently.
Yeah, it's one of those guns we're seeing time and time again, even in gun rounds as well. And it's very efficient against armor, and it gives you some run and gun potential as well. It's a lot more mobile than an M4, but in the right hands, it can be absolutely deadly. Like we said, though, it's going to be this round kicking off round number 7. It's Crims to get that opening frag once again. Kenny S with the AK-47 trying to take over long A and see what he can do, but Crims not backing down just yet. He's still challenging.
He's right on the verge here. I wonder if there's going to be a pop flash in. There is. That's from JW, signed, sealed, and delivered. And Crims has the angle now, at least towards one, but will he expect the second to be down by the stairs? Apex is pretty damn close, but the flash is perfectly placed. This man, a king of utility by now, going to be keeping them well at bay. JW keeping tabs towards that mid play up if they do make the push towards it. And already you've got Olaf coming over, you've got everyone starting to consider the options. Dennis and Flusher are pretty much dedicated towards B, but Envy, 3 players now towards A long.
This is looking like an actual A execute here. They're setting up for actual smokes to go towards connector and balcony. And JW set up nicely there. He's going to be smoked out for now, but you know he's going to be pushed through. Smokes have never stopped this guy. There it is.
That's exactly as to why he shows us in actual perfect play. Apex goes down and now down to 3. Envy are kind of scattered throughout this. The bomb left in a rather treacherous position. Crims makes the most of it. Keo falls. And there we go. Kenny and Happy are going to have to dig deep for this one. Happy has found Flusher, and wow, Kenny tried to make a mad dash towards the side, but Crims was waiting patiently, and now with 6 seconds left, time ran out, and as did Happy's life, and we're going to have a pause coming in.
I think it's probably justified at this point. Crims is just playing out of his mind right now. He's getting the opening frag time and time again. There's control in that long A area, and it seems like EnVyUs just don't have an answer for it. There's losing a man, and there's no reply. Most teams in this scenario, right, when you're going to go towards the A bomb site, you get control of the top middle first. Then you're smoking out the mid connector to the CT side of it, so that takes the vision away from the AWP. You do a flashbang, you take that over with 3 people, and you split between long A and danger, and you're making sure you push the CTs back. Right now, they're just sending Apex in long A by himself to try and work that pick and trying to just utilize his aim. They're not using any like flashbangs or Molotov to actually get in there. And they're not even using a smoke to maybe segregate half of that long A area. Some teams will smoke off the CT side of it just so you don't have to worry about a naught being at the end, right? They're just so far just hoping that Apex can find a kill. And as Crims is stepping up massively here, And the interesting decisions from Flusha continue. This time, he doesn't even want rifles. He just wants a P90. So he's going to be going UMPs, P90s.
He's going to be so mad. You talk about the Kraken making people a little bit tilty from JW.
Yeah.
And give someone a UMP and a P90 and see what you can achieve. It's great. Absolutely great.
Apex, this is the problem. Like, Long A's been a heavy area contention. He's currently on 0 for 7. So you can see how badly he's struggling towards that. I think this timeout is very justified. Take some time to just kind of readjust, work out what's going on. Why are we losing this first pick time and time again? We've got no money to work with. It's going to have to be another partial buy here. Is there a way we can do it? We know we're capable of winning these rounds. What can we do to actually do it? So they're going to get some Tech 9s out, body armor onto Apex. Happy he's going for the head armor, but in terms of utility so far, it's just 2 flashbangs. Not really enough to make this round work, and unless they're going for a straight-up rush here, that could work. They know there's SMGs in the drop-down zones, and maybe just force that area and see if you can find and get that first kill and at least have some control of the map.
Let's see what they're going for. 3-2 start thus far, but it's going to be JW and Crims actually this time heading up on long. Maybe going to try and go scouting for a bit of information, but no, just going to be holding the angle so far.
This is the thing, right? So now Crims is showing his presence there by himself. It's going to be JW get that first shot. They'll assume they've just kind of changed up the roles, and JW is just trying to mix his positionings up, but Crims is there ready to spray them down as soon as they try and get that return frag. But EnVyUs setting up. 1 minute 30 remaining. They're looking like they're going back towards the B side of the map. Everyone rotating. It's going to be MBK and Apex joining the party late, but looking at Flusha though, he's going to have a little bit of a field day here. They do come down with that P90. Perfect weapon in this scenario, to be fair.
Let's see if he can rip him to shreds. Already 1 drops down. That's MBK. There's 2. The P90 starts to roar. He does get MBK, but where is the rest of the players here? There's Dennis on the crossfire, and there comes the pain and the punishment. FNATIC shutting this down so readily.
Okay.
And in what style?
The Auto sniper comes to life there. Dennis, he's been pretty quiet so far, but gets 3 frags and locks down that partial buy coming in from EnVyUs there. So once again, KennyS back onto the AWP. He's got 5 frags so far, but I can't say they've been hugely impactful. The only frags he got is though that 3-man towards the B bomb site where they didn't win the round. It was a nice effort, but didn't really affect the game too much, to be honest, seeing as we are right now 8-0 in favor of FNATIC on the CT side. We talk about it being a T-sided map so much. This is such an amazing start from the Swedes here, and Flusha definitely been one of the scariest players, considering he's just not dying, it seems, just here staying alive time and time again. But we go back to long A. It's going to be JW in that similar setup we saw before, with Crims going to be baited in here. And
this is the thing, the trap never got sprung before now. They might have the chance at it, but it's going to be Kenny peeked out by Apex, and they allow both through. Lovely coordination between the two. Apex and Kenny just working off back to back. Now Olaf is going to be the last piece in the puzzle towards A, but he's going to have some company soon. Dennis is on the rotate over. Flusha is still in play, so duly keeping in mind exactly what he knows can come out from the likes of Happy and Kia, who generally step over towards that B site, which is exactly where they are.
Yeah, it's much nicer play towards long A. They're actually working together, not sending one player in just blind and seeing what he can do. They're actually molotoving off that key area towards the close right, and got the all working with Apex as well. They come in, work together perfectly, and finally have a 5-on-3 here. Definitely not out of the woods yet. I mean, they're going to be opting to go towards that B bomb side, but we have got 1 more remaining CT player. It's actually just be Flusha towards B right now, so he's going to do very well indeed to make anything of this with the P90.
Well, he's going to buy certainly a good bit of time. Smoke and flash out towards platform. Dennis got the kill over by long. That's Kenny gone, but will they expect those 3 players already coming through? They're onto the site. MBK has the bomb to hand, so he's going to be getting a free plant for this one, but so cautious, so nervous of where these guys could be. Coop's completely clear, so he's going to take the molly, put it down by the door, try and buy a little bit of time, allow them to get a clean bomb plant in this. But can FNATIC find the retake here?
Well, it's definitely going to be a difficult task, but that certainly helps the procedure here. Dennis takes an MBK and neutralizes the man situation. Happy still in that drop-down area. He's coming in for the heavy lurk here, and I don't think Flush is suspecting this. It's all going to come down to the timing here. And Dennis smoked out for now, trying to work out where this backstab comes. Yeah, he needs to act faster. He could actually take down Happy, and that opens everything up.
This is all about timing now. How much time can Olaf save here? He's gone and found Apex at least by the platform, but that's Happy and Keo springing into the action. Now Olaf knows that his time and his chances have become a little too slim, and it's time to keep hold of that orb and get out of there. But finally, Envy break the trend. Henry, what was the difference in that round?
Just going for that effective long control. Instead of actually sending one player in, they're actually effectively dissecting that area. And these kills are really important. The fact FNATIC have so much cash flowing, and EnVyUs they've reset their loss bonus now, and they lost 4 weapons there. So there's a full rebuy coming into this round. They're definitely not out of the woods now. If FNATIC win this round, it could potentially mean 2 for them. So this is really scary times now for EnVyUs. But yeah, just change things up a little bit. Instead of going in one man in every single area, working together, utilizing their Molotovs correctly, and finally they arrive here. Round number 9, 8-1 in favour of FNATIC here on the CC side.
He's got an absolute plethora of targets if he does go for the squeeze backing away, and EnVy are moving in. This could be huge. JW is known for his prowess in these sort of spots, but Crims is so close by as well. The CZ comes out, the flash, it catches him, Keo breaks in. Suddenly EnVy picking up the pace, but Crims is still a factor in this. No presence by long yet. EnVy are going all in on this one. Dennis Flusher already by sight. MBK takes down Flusher. That's the start you need here, but Crims still going to be holding that cross. Dennis chimes in with one of his own, and we are back down to the 3v2. EnVy are in the lead, but not by much. And Dennis holding on that verge of the smoke, knows the bomb's there, and he's going to wait for targets to move in. He finds Kenny. He can't get the follow-up, but now it's Olaf up against Happy.
This round means absolutely everything here for EnVyUs. They need to win this. Happy versus Olaf Meister. Bomb down towards that APC area as well. You can see Olaf tempted to go for that smoke right now. He knows Happy's just going to be lurking around, clearing out every single possibility here. As I said before, if EnVyUs do lose this, it's a full reset. So much pressure on the shoulder of the in-game leader. Well, former in-game leader.
Two beautiful minds of CS about to go head-to-head here. Happy trying to bait out the shot. He does give away his position though, but he's got a lot of time here and the molly to cut off one of the approaches that Olaf could use. Fakes the bomb. Looks to see if Olaf's tried to make his way through somewhere, considering every option possible. Olaf shows his hand a touch, and back we go. Happy, I think, going in on the full plant now. Time is going to be against Olaf in this. He's still got the molly, he's got a kit. But Happy wants this shot. He's actively looking for this angle to try and find it. He's about to get it right about now. He sees the shoulder, but he just walks away in time. The molly comes out. Olaf's going to force the fight at some point here. Olaf holding the angle. Here we go. It's Olaf up against Happy, and it's Olaf to get it right on the corner. Wow. Takes the fight, takes 2 kills, and takes the round.
Yeah, we saw the fake plant coming in there from Happy, just trying to establish where Olaf was. Got positional control, worked out he's in the connector doors there, but it's such a difficult challenge. Once you get that bomb plant down, you know you've wasted like 3 or 4 seconds, and Olaf could be anywhere at that stage. You're just trying to hunt out where he could be. The Molotov comes in, that takes him out of position in terms of the back of the bomb site, and he has no option to face at this point. Doesn't know which side he's coming from, and it's Olaf that gets the better of him there. Perfect headshot to open it up. And like I said before, that's a difficult round for EnVyUs to swallow here. It's a full reset coming in. They are going to, I'd say, semi-force buying into see Kiyoshima has got 2k still, but 2 players heavily investing into this. Going to be that fast drop down we discussed before, and Flusher with a rifle this time. He's going to be burning to alive though. I'm not sure where that came in. We missed it, but it's towards the upper platform, I think.
It has to be. I assume as such. And you've got to be mad at that one. Olaf's going to make it worse, but by now it's MBK and Kenny left in this, and already it's not going well. Lovely little flash from Kenny, but it's not going to equate to much, as now MBK just going to have to face the facts that FNATIC are absolutely dumpstering them at the moment. Let's be very honest, 10-1. EnVy are just looking a little outgamed here.
Absolutely, they had a really difficult start going into this game. It looked like they were caught in the headlamps a little bit, didn't really know how to approach each situation. Very slow and stifled start here, but now they go into, after that force by another eco here. So it's looking like 11-1 on the CT side of Cobble here for FNATIC. Just firing on all cylinders here. Finally, Flusher deciding the SMG wasn't working out too well for him in the round they lost. Obviously, coming in the retake positions, it doesn't really work too effectively if you do drop some teammates at the start. And it's another B-rush coming in here for EnVyUs.
And there's Dennis.
He's just ready with his always.
It's disgraceful. It really is. That's 2 this round.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel at that stage.
It really is.
Just at the back there, just ripping them apart. EnVyUs just with 1 player remaining is Happy, and there it is. That's pretty much a throwaway round. You can assume that they'll have enough cash to buy into this one, yeah. So the AWP has been pretty quiet for Kenny, it has to be said. He hasn't really been opening up the map as effective as we're used to, yeah.
Well, he had the big round with the rifle, and I haven't seen much beyond that, if I'm honest.
Back out again.
He loves this.
It's kind of crazy. You can see, like, Olaf has got 14k. That is kind of having fun with this now. It's just like, it's great in that particular scenario to drop down. Yep. Just as soon as that goes wrong and they lose players on the other side of the map, that's when it gets a bit more difficult. But this time he is going to have some confrontation. Another B-rush, it seems, coming in from EnVyUs.
Rinse and repeat, I guess, and Dennis is going to be sitting there smiling if he keeps getting this sort of challenge. But actually, this time they at least make it out on towards the side. But still 1 kill comes in, but it's a 2-for-1 trade in favor to FNATIC. Keo going to have to be very cautious here. Finally, Kenny gets a big kill. Olaf going down is going to mean there's options. Happy holding the flank. And even MBK saying finally dead, having a bit of a tough time with these boys. 3v3 though, it's retake time for FNATIC.
Absolutely. 3 players remain for EnVyUs. AWP up on Kenny S as well. He's towards Chicken Coop right now, seeing if he can find a pick here. CT's not fully committing just yet. Smoked out a drop down. Here comes the flashbang, and you assume the push will come through any second now. Trying to just boost over that smoke and see if there's anything available with the orb. Time ticking away. I don't think this is going to be possible for them now. It's going to be Happy and Kiyoshima to finish things off. Just JW remaining. He will be dropped as well. Just simple. B-Rush is coming in now for EnVyUs, and they get the initial trades, and that's all they're hoping for now. Just simple and quick, effective rounds coming in. You can see the pressure. Just a look on MBK's face, and he's feeling the heat a little bit now. It's still very far behind in the grand scheme of things. 11 plays 2, and still potentially the deficit increases.
First round that Olaf actually died as well.
No way.
Yep.
14-1. That just sums it up, doesn't it?
And that's against pretty much the best teams in the world going head-to-head here. The level of competition is just outstanding. So here we go. Envy going to just try and find something new to bring to the plate. I guess those B rushes were getting a little stale, but then again, you're walking into Crims now. Is that really a much better fate? Actually, yes. At the moment, MBK does at least get the kill, so he's just going to be taking matters into his own hands. He's only down to 1 HP, but there comes Kenny finally getting into it. Flusher gets the kill. No one there to trade out instantly low, so Flusher gets to readjust. Now Dennis comes around, and we're down to 3 again.
Still another 3-on-3 situation, and now Dennis rotating over the auto sniper as well. He's been so effective with it, but decent Molotovs going onto the bomb side. It's going to be a big kill here as Flusher is taken down by Kiyoshima. Finally, a decent window of opportunity for EnVyUs coming forward, but Dennis flashed out. He should be taken down, and that's going to be the round summed up for us as Kenny S finishes things off. 11 plays 3, we go into the final round, and at least they have something to work with here. Like 2 rounds just wouldn't have been possible, but at least if they can get 4, we have something to talk about in the next half.
There's a thin piece of silver lining starting to form here. Maybe that little bit of buffer could be enough, maybe. But this has been a long time in the making. As I said, the first time they actually managed to take out Olaf. Now they've done it 2 times in a row, so well done to them. And Kenny's starting to turn up a bit. MBK on the Mac 10, though, going to be just kind of flying himself into this, and already going to see what they bring into this one. JW just bounding through, going to go for the boost there with Dennis towards the back, get that early dominance. But Kenny is holding this angle, so
the point of the Mac 10 is, right, obviously you can just run through the smoke and flashbangs, you can just go in and get to really tight areas. They had enough money to give him an AK, but maybe they've got to have something up their sleeve. Kenny S now just trying to work his pick towards the upper platform, not going to be given anything just yet. You can see he kind of suspects JW, and you know this guy will be facing momentarily. There's the face, and there's Kiyoshima actually against the shot there. It's a fantastic one from him, and they get the man advantage once more. They're coming to life in the latter end of this half, and it's Apex to chime in as well, and a really nice solidified round here from the French side.
Suddenly starting to turn the hell up. Happy will end up getting the final kill in that one, so there is a small bit of room for Envy to breathe going into that second half, but 11-4 is absolutely dominant.
Absolutely, it could have been much worse than that as well. They have some really great rounds for them to finish things off, 3 in a row towards the end. Like that, you didn't consider that happening, considering what we saw in the first half there. But finally, they start arriving on the server, and this is what we're talking about, these 2 teams. Every single game they play, you just never know what to expect. Right? We saw EnVyUs come out on top earlier, and this time it's looking like FNATIC are in a complete different mode here, in 5th gear perhaps. And as we go into the second half, we'll have a look at the buy for EnVyUs. They've got 4 sets of armor. Kiyoshima on the utility play here. He's got the smoke and 2 flashbangs. And it's a similar story for FNATIC as well. Just Flusher with the smoke and flashes. The rest of his team will have armor as well. And the boost coming in for EnVyUs, pretty much guaranteed they'll do this boost every single time towards drop down. And I'd assume it'd be, everyone should know about this by now. And it's going to be Happy to somehow get 2. Money making a 3rd here. JW trying to challenge him. The knife is going to come in. Who's going to get on top?
Happy run the hell away. It's all on the reload, but on the flank, the rest of the Envy boys back him up, and Happy lives on 1 HP. But what a way to get that round started.
It's kind of nuts. He does that boost almost every single pistol round on the CT half of Cobble and seems to get away with it time and time again. This time, not standing in his traditional
little
boost
corner.
spot. Yeah, he's actually gone and committed to it this time. Gets that first shot on towards Crims.
How the hell can he get that second shot off? It's just insane.
And the knife battle potentially came in. And you saw JW actually type no balls there, kind of calling him out. That's what we need.
Oh, a little bit of flame coming through. Finally, there you go. Henry's going to be happy by the end of this, but we are into the next round, and FNATIC responding pretty much accordingly here. Going to go for a little bit of a force up with the Tech 9 to Deagle, the CZ02. And pretty much Envy going to just have to sit back and wait to see what comes their way. Crims testing the water, Olaf as well. No real commitment either side, but JW and Flush are very close by and maybe going for a challenge, but at the moment, no one directly playing that drop room for the CT side, just playing outside of it. And it's a bit of a 3-2 split at the moment, but then again, it could be that delightful pinch towards A if they do go for it, and MBK gets a touch of the information, but no one's really found out much about Long just yet.
So it is a force by coming in for FNATIC this round. In terms of utility, not really much to work. It's going to come down to raw firepower here. JW towards B by himself. We can see the rest of his team actually getting some decent footing towards Long A. So we have Olaf Meister leading the charge here. Kenny S And he has an MP7 to hold them off. They're going to make their presence known out towards long A as Apex goes down first. And now that pressure is applied. Amazing shot from Olaf Meister. Now the bomb site A is open.
Absolute animal with that Tech 9. NBK is going to have to find some big form coming in with this P90, and he's doing just that. Crims goes down, and we're back to a 3v3, but then again, the raid boss is still alive, and that is Olaf right now. JW finally makes his position start to work, and now Flusher in the 1v2. Bomb is planted, Deagle to hand, but surely Envy will not let him get away with this. He's got Keo coming a little bit closer. They don't have a kit, actually, on the Envy side right now.
This would be a nightmare for them to lose at this stage, because it is a 2-on-1. It's going to be Kiyoshima to finish things off there, but very scary indeed there for EnVyUs. Coming out of long A as quickly as you like, find those first 2 kills and made things very uncomfortable indeed. They didn't have a kill, like you said, so they needed to find that kill very quickly. It was kind of a little bit uncomfortable towards the end, but they managed to stay alive there. Good news for FNATIC is they get that bomb down and they'll have a very decent buy going into the next round. There's the replay on your screen right now, that Olaf Meister Tech 9 kill.
Absolutely unreal. I thought it was one of the majors when he first really showed us what you could do with that Tech 9 on this map. And it's nice to see a little bit of that prowess still to hand. But at the moment, 11-6, Envy have built up a little bit of more room to wiggle in towards, and FNATIC yet to really convert too much yet, but it's so early in this, and you can never write FNATIC out of any singular round. So, again, Envy going to be on their toes here. 2 down long, quick play up by Crims, but very little in the bank here at the moment for FNATIC, so they literally only have the pistols.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Just some Tech 9s and PT50s here to work with. I've got a Deagle on towards Dennis here. He's working towards that upper platform, seeing whether he can find anyone to give him a gap. You know this guy with the pistol will take a mile. That's number 8. Just trying to do any damage they can to the CT2. Kenny takes the touch. It's ultimately looking like they're heading towards a B-bomb site.
There we go. FNATIC starting to dissolve a little here as Kenny does. At least find Olaf to begin with, but this drop presence is going to be pretty darn huge if they actually go for the commitment off the back of this. But they're not. They're taking their time here. You can see no one's directly playing it. They're playing slightly outside of it, so they're going to give them some control if they actually take this. Now, Kenny and Apex are still on towards A, so not going to be going for it yet. They're not going to hit these steps just yet either, and NBK turns at the wrong time. Now 2 players going to be starting to head forward. The flash comes in, but the timing is brilliant coming up, but it's happy to save the day up on that platform. He's going to have to go to the USPS, and again, shows us some class with that, but it is just Dennis now, and certainly not an auto sniper this time. It's going to be Kenny to close down, and there we go. Envy on 7 now. So this could be a massive round to define how this goes forward.
Oh, absolutely. It's huge. It means everything. I think EnVyUs will have enough to buy. They're pretty healthy considering. But it's going to be scoreline coming in 11 plays 7 here for FNATIC in the first gun round. No all purchase. It's going to be 5 AK-47s. They ought to go here. The bomber will be heading towards B. Potentially an A split coming in here, judging on what they're potentially setting up. No orbs on EnVyUs either. They've gone for a full rifle setup for the same thing. And Flush is going really fast through the smoke here towards the upper platform. He's going to be looking for that first pick. Going to be backing off slightly there.
Flush are looking to drench that site in the French blood, but not going to have a chance at it yet. Kia holding that touch of an angle that's been gifted just between those smokes. But while all this happens, there's still 3 players on long. Olaf, Dennis and Crims. They've got so much still to work with. But then again, Envy are playing pretty passive towards the sites. They're not going for the presence towards long, let's say, but then again, Kenny doesn't really need to at the moment. He's still holding pretty close to the push out if needed, and the bomb is edging over. You
can see the difference in approach here, though. FNATIC have hit that smoke down towards the CT side along and actually locking them out, so they don't have the vision, even though there was an AWP there. It's kind of eradicated that being an issue, so they've got control now, and the bomb's making its way towards A as well, so they do have the option now with the smoke grenades they have, smoking off balcony, smoking off connector, flashing through, and they're staying as his tight unit, while we do have JW lurking towards his drop down on the other side of the map.
JW selling it like a champ. NBK is glued to watching drop as Happy and Q are still trying to deal with this one player. So keep your eyes towards Kenny and Apex until NBK rotates, because here we go. It's FNATIC gonna start looking to make their play here. A little bit of attack through the smoke, and it's a quick opener, but it's Apex to shut the door in their face. Flusher and Dennis fall, but there's Olaf getting towards the side. The bomb yet to make it, though. Happy and Kyo still have a chance here.
Absolutely still have a chance. There is 20 seconds remaining, but they have got the man disadvantage going forward. Kiyoshima towards the connector area here as well. And then, of course, we do have Happy coming in mid. He's going to find the first kill as well as he comes through. Or JW ready for that. I thought he's going to be watching connector. There it is. It's going to be JW coming out top. That should seal the deal here as Kiyoshima sheepishly making his way back towards the B side. Knows he needs to keep his weapon here. The money isn't fantastic in the CT camp. I think that they'll have about 3,500 maybe, average maybe just under 4K. There's Olaf Meister taking down Apex there. He was the point man on the bomb site. He managed to find 2, but shut down as they made their way onto the A bomb site there. He's doing what he can, though, to affect their money slightly.
Sheepishly walking around this map right now, just not knowing where the enemy lies, and JW closing in on one side, Crims on the other, and he will manage to stay alive and actually bring up an AK as well if he'd rather have that to hand. So 12-7 now. FNATIC picking up the very important round then. Such powerful play down long, just overwhelming kennyS almost immediately. Apex almost did some big work then. He did pick up 2, but nothing else really fell into place. But Kenny is back on the AWP this time. So is this the first time we're seeing it on the CT side?
On the CT half, yeah. But this is the problem. Like, Kirishima is saving their weapon and everything, actually. Like, you can see he's distributed the wealth slightly. It's going to be a glass cannon AWP for kennyS. We'll see what he brings to the table here. And it's a really nice play from MBK, holding off JW, who aggressively went for that first pick. That kill could have spelled disaster for the French side. It's MBK that holds on strong. He goes under 17 HP, so the round definitely still in contention for FNATIC. That same smoke going down towards long A. kennyS now holding towards middle.
Kenny really not giving much credence to pushing up towards long, and well, when you're landing shots like that, I guess you don't need to touch of an angle, and he gets the shot done. But now, is anyone else going to run the gauntlet? They do, and it's Flusher who gets reminded why you don't. And now the 2 players left for FNATIC going to try and do something towards A, and they've done a great job of that already. Dennis finds Apex, and now MBK quick on the rotate, trying to hamper any attack that FNATIC might try to muster together. Now Crims and Dennis doing the work, but Kenny again, brilliant work from him. Can't quite get the last, as Happy will, but a big round from the man in the first real appearance of that AWP on that CT side. Yeah, looking much stronger there. That's that first kill from MBK. He's up against the ropes there. He's got a FAMAS. He knows he's going to have players coming aggressively towards him, and it's a really difficult angle for the CTs to hold. It normally favours the Ts going in that situation. He actually capitalises and gets the opening frag, funnels the terrorist towards the A bomb site, and kennyS clearing up in impeccable style there towards the top of middle. So that's after winning 1 round and losing the subsequent round. That's completely reset FNATIC. They're going to be back onto pistols. Just Dennis investing in body armor and a Tech 9 here. So you'd assume quite a simple round coming in. And kennyS actually still with no armor takes a lot of damage there towards the top of the mid. Yeah, admirable start for FNATIC, doing that much damage. Now look how many players they've instantly drawn over towards that A side. 4 players just reflex towards there almost naturally. Happy has to kind of adjust himself, head back over towards B, because they've really not had that much information yet. And there you go, Apex is going to go looking for it this time. He's going to find JW waiting in the corner. You can imagine he'll find a little bit more as MBK's the one lurking in the depths. He gets down Dennis. Now Olaf going to try and swing out in towards Struck, but while this happens, the rest are coming through, and a big play coming out from MBK. Gets the P90 in and says, hey Flusher, I liked what you tried, but I'm going to show you how it's done. Well then, it's currently 5-1 here in the second half. EnVyUs is finally showing up here, looking much stronger. We go into round number 22. Have a look at the buy coming in for FNATIC. It's not amazing. He's still got 4 AK-47s, but only 1 pistol to work with. And you can see EnVyUs kind of building their bankroll a little bit now. MBK is going to be changing into the P90. We have got the AWP on towards kennyS. We'll see what kind of approach is looking like. A full 5-man take here from FNATIC towards the B-bomb site. First time we're going to really see this on the buy, and lovely little pop flashes going out from Flusher, but he's to be the first one in, and well, he's burning alive so far. Happy's going to give away the game of being boosted up there, but again, FNATIC kind of hitting the brakes at the point, but maybe going to go back into this any second now. Need a pop flash, need something to start this one off, and it's going to be Crims to provide, or they're just going to face. It looks like they're just going to face, and MBK brought the attention over from Happy, but he adjusts perfectly, and there's the combination coming out, but Crims still stands in this 1v3. The bomb dropped in a less than ideal place, but he's still giving it some. There's Apex gone, but the nade trickles to the feet, and there is Envy coming back into this, making it to double digits now. And I thought this was meant to be a T-sided map, but these two just seem to completely ignore those sort of measures. Oh, I can see now this could potentially mean another one for EnVyUs going forward, as they have broken the economy of FNATIC once again. It's a simple B play coming from FNATIC. We're very seeing it from them, but it seems like MBK stepping in that drop-down zone. He's not giving in whatsoever. Seems to be finding a kill every single time. That time was at the P90. He's upgraded to the AK this time, but it's not the same news for FNATIC as they go into Desert Eagles, PD50s and a Tech 9 on Flusher. We'll see how they approach this round right now. Got to be favouring towards the A-bomb site. Flusher once again trying to show his hand towards the B upper platform, see if he can maybe peel away some CTs. He can do anything or find a pick, but kennyS in this position once again towards the top middle, where it seems to be his go-to area to find these first frags. Definitely got the reactions for it.
Let's see if he be gifted the first frag here.
Oh, the timing on that. He just backed out of it just to allow him to peek towards long to assist towards Apex, maybe hearing a couple of steps. But while this happens, look at Dennis. He's edging closer. He's on the edge of that smoke. He's suddenly got a couple of steps in towards the right direction, swings it through, tries to take the fight, doesn't get it. And while Kenny waits ever so patiently, gets the swing out on JW. Oh, what a flick towards Crims. It may have been only against an eco, but it makes it look good.
Absolutely. All plays 11 now, 7-1 here on the second half. EnVyUs have a really decent showing here. One more round to just level things out. And there's the replay on your screen right now of Kenny S just stepping up massively with the AWP now. We've got a double AWP setup coming from FNATIC now. They realise that somehow they're not working the picks here. They're actually getting shut down. In most areas, they're used to winning every single time. I think a little bit more trouble here. So they're going to be changing the methodology up slightly. To be JW and Olof going with the AWPs. Trying to run number 24 here. Kenny S changing his position up as well. He's gone towards the upper platform, so he's trying to keep the surprise factor in his favour.
Yeah, there's a 4-man stack towards B. At the moment, those double AWPs, all they have to face is Happy, but there you go. Kenny's made his presence noted on the map. Now they know where he's playing. Where are they going to try and exploit this? Happy is going to have to deal with the flood of FNATIC about to head his way. Apex quickly making a mad dash through it, but Dennis instantly takes down Happy. That is a huge step in the right direction for FNATIC here, and Dennis has had enough. He is still going, takes down another, and this is a perfect beginning for FNATIC into this round.
As soon as they worked out what Kenny S was, they adjusted accordingly. He went straight up towards middle, and Dennis doing some amazing work there, but it's not over yet. NBK coming out the balcony does take him down, and finally Kenny S chiming in as well. This looks like a full retake potential as Crims takes down NBK, and Olofmeister just bring it into the 2-on-1 now. Just Kiyoshima remaining.
We've got to have some godly plays, Kiyo. Crims on the side, Olof on long. He's trying to make it work, but Olof says no, and there's FNATIC pushing those rounds further forward. And wow, what a bit of a play off the back of that. Happy must have been sitting going, if only I got one, if only something. But then again, you know, as soon as Kenny S showed his presence, those two AWPs, everyone just piled straight in.
They reacted immediately. It's a nice play. Obviously, you could read the play coming in by Kenny S towards B. You can almost assume the A bomb side should be open for sale there. But he got the first kill. It was flushed, it went down. And as soon as that happened, they just ran up. And Dennis making things happen there. Amazing entry frags from him, especially in that second kill and drop down with his low HP as well. But there we go. This one's definitely been back and forth so far in the second half. But going to be Olofmeister back onto that AWP. Flash is just on the deagle here. Well, he's been more the distraction towards that B-bomb side so far, so maybe this isn't the end of the world. He wants to go show his presence there. And we'll see where FNATIC decide to head this time. Looking like they're favouring towards the B-bomb side once again, but like I said before, it's just been that MBK and Happy combo just locking it down. You see Happy just kind of wall munching right now, waiting for the flashbangs to come in. MBK will be the distraction and take most of the attention, and then there's going to be a complete battle.
FNATIC on the verge of really challenging NB here, and already MBK has found JW. That is a big start for it. Will FNATIC speed up, or are they going to be patient? Are they going to try and find a way back into this round? It's going to be MBK again. He could stop all of this just before it starts. Steps away, perfect flash on the peak. Oh, what a shot! Olof wasn't even flashed then. He took the fight perfectly, and he's still going. You can't ignore a man when he's in this sort of form.
Wow.
And he closes down the round. 4 kills for MBK. The guy at the helm of this team, individually having a brilliant half now.
Yeah, absolutely, he stepped up massively, like time and time again, making things happen for his team. That time, he didn't even need the backup from Happy. He just did all the work himself, and he goes back towards the upper platform here, and it's just more stellar play from him, staying alive, dodging and weaving everything he can, and he gets the final kill as well. Really impressive round from him, and it's such a huge one as well. Resets FNATIC once more, and they're back onto the ecos. Every time they win a round, they're only able to string anything together. There's losing the subsequent one. They are still in the lead here, but EnVyUs definitely setting themselves up to claw this one back.
And there's that double AWP coming out. Kenny holding the newly oh, hello, Dennis. Just doming down Kenny. That's one way to kind of put him back in his place.
One of the sickest pistol players in the world, and like somehow every single time seems to make something happen with that Desert Eagle. This time it's a massive scalp to take. He takes down Kenny S, and Happy recovering the AWP. Will be trying to defuse this situation, but it's still the man advantage in favour of FNATIC.
Can they do anything to exploit this though? What are they going to do in this sort of situation? They're all kind of converging around towards A. All looking to maybe exploit what they removed from that side. But then again, you've got the rotate coming out. You've got Happy still on this as well. Dennis tries to have another fight toward the cherry, but doesn't have much luck. But JW will, finding MBK. And now look how quickly FNATIC are trying to torrent in towards this site. There's Apex, though, going to stop it before it starts. Flush is still getting kills. This is costly as you like. And now down to this 2v2, they've recovered a rifle. And suddenly Apex needs to go man mode, and he does. That is 2 big kills. Again, We're tied all even, Henry. This is a pause coming in from FNATIC.
Apex is doing everything right on that A-bomb, so there's so much pressure applied to him. He knows he's got players all around him. Puts the smoke down, flashes through it, finds one, falls back, and you can see the terrace, even with the man advantage and positional advantage, he comes out on top. This play from him right there, you can see just that jumping coming in from JW, not working out perfectly for him, but it was Dennis that opened things up. And now FNATIC starting to feel the heat slightly. You can see their money isn't amazing. They're going to have, what, 30, I think it's about $3,800 average across the team. Someone's already forced one into this. It'll be Dennis, who's brought up straight away. But this is getting really interesting now. After what looked like such a convincing first half from FNATIC, that lead has all but slipped away now. And FNATIC definitely on the back foot here.
I think this sums up these two teams absolutely perfectly.
Yeah, sure.
Considering the head-to-head they had in Pro League, where 1-1 the first map very convincingly, and the other one the second extremely convincingly. Now we're just seeing it in halves, and on CT sides apparently, which is something that's baffling me a little bit. But then again, as said, these two play above the level of what the map sometimes divides, but I do believe the unpause is going to come through. Henry, if you're going to put your, I guess your kind of conclusions on how this may end, would you dare go for either a side right now?
Judging by the way EnVyUs like firing all in his own now, they've clawed their way back in. It's that morale edge from FNATIC's been dropped now. They had such a huge lead on what we normally call a T-sided map here. They're struggling to get any footing into this one. It's just going to get from bad to worse here as they go into a Galil and a Tech 9. You'd assume they're going to be going towards the B side of the map, judging by the setup on the radar right now. And I'd like to see maybe a wall of smoke had to come in here. They're not working the picks effectively. The drop-down area has been a huge problem for them. And olofmeister is going to be one pushing through the smoke and seeing what he can make happen here.
First time he's been the first man in on this. Normally it's Flusher by now heading in first, or trying to find other options, but maybe sending in the big man himself this time. And that time it works. Happy goes down. Suddenly the door swings open, but will they walk through? Yes, look at drop. Suddenly Olaf again. Olaf with the triple. This guy going absolutely wild right now for FNATIC, just opening things up single-handedly, and that entire bomb site is his.
You know what, Flusher, let me have a go at this. I'll just rip everyone's head off for you. I'll show you how it's done. And that's a really sick play. Like, that's not even a tactic coming in. That's just Olaf says, you know what, I'm going to have a go here. I'm just going to try and pick their heads off. And he's just doing Olaf things. And what a way to finish that round off. 3 kills, no response required from EnVyUs. They're going to bow out this round and just say, well, that's why you're one of the world's best players.
It's incredible that a player has that sort of length to go to, that sort of skill ceiling to reach.
Yeah, sure.
Unreal. MBK,
so
Keo,
the classic FNATIC timeout, just paying dividends again, Lauren. Just have a little minute to think about a situation, work out what's going on, and then Olaf in. Then to send Olaf in. You know what, stop messing around now. He can just go kill everyone for us.
Kenny desperately trying to hold on to that orb there, and he does just about get away with it. Money's far from good as well for Envy.
This is the thing. This is like, this turns this game on its head now. FNATIC 1 round away from map points. And EnVyUs looked so solidified in their role, but here we go, they're going all in. It's going to be Kenny, who is going to have the AWP. We'll see what he can do. They did save this from last round, but he can be so effective in these situations. Just 1 orb is all it requires on Cobble. He needs to be making things happen. And it's looking like a 5-man play towards B once again. And this is perfect for Kenny.
And look who's waiting on the other side. It is going to be Olaf just around the corner, and Olaf on the angle finds Kenny. That is another stunning display, and he's just walking in and absolutely decimating Envy 1 by 1, pinning them to the wall. And Envy, sure, they're only on pistols, but he's having absolutely none of what they brought into this round.
That's absolutely nuts. He just literally does the same thing again. It's Kenny S with an AWP watching the same area, gets his head completely caved in there, and finds 4 this round. Absolutely sick couple of rounds for olofmeister there.
Look at that smile on his face.
That's crazy. It's the replay right now. I think we're going to see it from Kenny's view, like this complete seer. And we go into what looks like a potential last round here. FNATIC getting themselves to map point is a difficult buy for the CTs, not a single kit. They've got a FAMAS on MBK, although that hasn't let him down before. He's been very strong with that rifle. Let's see what they bring to the table. Once again, it looking like, you know what, olofmeister just want to go in first again and try just do the same thing.
He's doing it. Here we go. Can he do it a 3rd time in a row to just absolutely dismantle Envy? He's out again, and here we go. It begins. Finally, MBK stops it, but it's a 1-for-1 trade.
Oh, yeah, they finally lock him down. Doesn't get 3 this time, but he does open up the bomb, so you can see the CT's flailing now, trying to work out what the hell's going on. Happy goes down to 13 HP. Smoked out of position as well, and the grenade will take him down. It's going to be a 4-on-3.
Can Envy hold on to this round? Flusher going to put the bomb down. Crims and Dennis joined by JW holding on, but Kenny's had enough. He wants to get into this action, but he just can't hit the shot. Flusher denies it. Apex fancies a run at it, and it's gone no better now, just down to NBK. The man who turned the odds can do no more, and FNATIC win up in this match 16-13, but Henry, that was a bit of an incredible one from the man on the screen there. Olaf in the end, what a performance in those final couple of rounds.
They took a pause and said, Olaf, do you just want to try and kill everyone? He took on the challenge, and did he deliver? Like, it looked like EnVyUs were in 5th gear. They'd finally worked out how to get back into this game. They drew things up. They actually got the round advantage as well. Olaf, so they take the pause. He comes in and he takes over Flusher's on that upper platform, and he shows why he's the king of that area. Just 2 sensational rounds to get FNATIC the map.